you notes from last time, this list isn't exactly the same as last time. First of all, the trumpet solo, I know I gave you a really bad cue last time, but you ignored me and you did it at the right time, so just do it again. I'll try that. Snare drum, and when you come in, you can be more present. I didn't really hear you, but obviously stay under him, but you can still be present. And low brass at your big moment at I think it's 31. You can be loud, but don't be like harsh. And I know I gave a really harsh gesture, so I'll try to be more rounded and full, more than just like in your face. Okay? And then from 29 to the end, it says like slower, slower still. I didn't do much of that last time. I'm going to try to do more of that this time, so just keep your eyes up for the ending section. Okay? So, I'm going
Research project. What's the first thing Bobby said? Whoa.
And then he said that you give trumpets, but like
Told me to ignore it. What's the second?
yeah, girl. Okay.
College students, you still have to think about
too much information.
that.
I wasn't sure if we had time to rehearse after this. So it's
Well, not with all that talking.
okay.
Right? Say something, do something. Say something, do something. And this is one of the things where modeling at the university level is a great idea, but it's such a different world than when you go teach GI. Just like modeling in terms of the repertoire we perform isn't exactly the same. It's connected and they're related, but I can do that with you guys. I can say I want this and this and this and this and this and this and so many things, and we can get most of them. But younger students, I just want to remind of that. It's a better process to go from one thing, do it, and the next thing, do it. And then also in general, the best case, if we have a hit list of things from last time, that's terrific. One nice technique is to go ahead and just do it today and see how many of them happen again.
Okay.
And if they don't, then you don't even have to deal with it.
Yeah, I was just hoping if I got one chance, I didn't like.
I guess we're in the holodeck right now, right? This is not real. Right? This is all fake, so it's fine. But talking about real world. You know what I was talking about? Just being deep.
Okay.
What's going on? What's this music?
What is this all about?
Yeah. Everybody's gonna have to get ready. I just like the world's biggest literature posing lyrics. So
Well, like you explained last time,
prepare yourself.
he went around in China and he collected, he asked.
Yeah. What's this?
The old man Weiser, like, there's this, I mean,
Okay, so we'll let you live. But you have to. And all the literature posing conductors are right now diving for their good book. Or something that's going to help them with thinking up here.
like for the recording, I think.
What?
Like the actual original recording.
How hard did you look? In the bank office?
No.
No. Yeah, there's many of you will deal with literature posing. Okay, this is why I want to spend the time with this. Tommy O'Neill, the former director of bands at the University of Missouri, put out a very interesting CD. The recording of literature posing itself isn't breathtaking or anything like that. It's a good recording, but it's not fantastic. There are better out there. What Tommy did is he put the wax cylinder recordings of the real people that Granger found and the real recordings that he took from his shoulder harnessed wax cylinder recorder, and it's on the disc. So every one of the real deal people singing this thing is on that University of Missouri CD. There's 6 of them, and then the 6 movements of the things. They were stored in the Library of Congress. They're around now. Any band nerd enough has them. Okay, so they're in the office and they're all over the place. What are the words that you just conducted?
I don't know.
Okay. What's the subject matter of the movement?
Well,
Yeah.
we learned
Okay.
this, we learned this.
Yeah, somebody got killed, right? She said, guy killed someone. Got bullet points, one-word sentences. Yeah. In Horseville Grange, there lived an old monster. Y'all didn't know him as I first said. 'Twas he and his man, whose name John Fowler. They fell out one market day. Dumb guys got in a fight standing in line at the grocery store. And one of them hit the other one with a rock and killed him. Yeah. It's a local tragedy. The second, it says local tragedy, right? The miser and his man, right? It's the mean old guy, and his man's actually his little worker servant guy who finally just had enough. Remember I told you about Granger, you have to understand, there's a theme here about the person who has nothing and the guy who has everything. Remember how Granger felt about these people, and the guy who had everything against the guy who had nothing. The guy who had nothing was always shortchanged, right? You know, big difference in 2014, maybe not so much, right? As the 1%ers have a greater percentage of all the wealth in the world than they ever have in the history of mankind right now. Maybe it's only getting worse. But there's a theme. Roof Park poachers, you know what that's about? What's poaching? Poaching is going on somebody else's land and killing the animals on that land. That's poaching. Roof Park poachers is a story of a bunch of people starving to death. So they needed to eat. They found food to eat. They didn't know they were on somebody else's land. They got sentenced to death for poaching on someone else's land. This is the tragedy here is that the miser, the mean master, was such a jerk for so long that his man, the servant man, lost his temper, struck him, didn't mean to kill him, didn't mean to lose his temper, killed him, and guess what they did to him? Hung him. He's a murderer now, and he's hung. This is the legendary local tragedy. You gotta know these things about this music, right? So let's first 2 notes, everybody. First note, and so this is open to this huge interpretation, right? I was in here once, I heard Mr. Roboto say he's not one of the guys that takes a long time with the first note. That is absolutely cool. connected to everything else that happens after that. That doesn't make Mr. Obama wrong. I don't think that at all. Not at all. And that's what makes it interesting to do second movement. Second movement of this music, this piece is in a lot of conducting symposia all around the planet because it does all this, gives us all this. This is what I've turned this into, is conducting symposia. And we give you a little holler afterwards. We'll slap on the wrist. You come up with music like this, you got to bring this stuff to it. And it would be one thing if it wasn't any inside that score too. But, or you're using that old
This is
red
the
score.
one from the library.
Oh